Guys, just finished my pre-workout, but I had to stop and do this video because I think it's very important to show so you guys can understand and know why we work in completely different ways than everyone else. And when I mean we, I'm talking about Chico in the beginning, and then later, excuse me, something fall down here, and Chico in the beginning, and then later I come to the picture of this project. So look, sometimes we do the right thing because we have an instinct, and not even knowing we are doing the right thing, we start doing it, right? In the beginning, if you are a person that loves details, you are going to notice that every single one of the dogs we use in our environment, in our breeding program, Chico has touched this dog. Every single one of them. For starters, the basis of our dogs is Awesome Buck, and Cheyenne is Chico's dog. He purchased himself. He went and he chose from a litter. It is actually a part of history that this red-nosed female was going to belong to STP, John Bemis. And then he told the guy, the breeder, at that time, he said, look, I'm going to pay now. I'm going to pay her in full, but I want this dog here. And he got Cheyenne. And Macho was not his dog per se, but spent part of his time in his yard. So Macho was Victor Acart's dog, and he chose among Barracuda, among 600, among Hunch to use because he saw Hunch, he saw Barracuda, he saw 600, he saw other dogs, but he chose to work with Macho because he saw something else that at that time, believe it or not, the guys that was holding Macho together, okay, they didn't saw. Only today that Macho become very, very relevant in our bloodline. They mention Macho like they are already know long time ago, but you know, smart people already know these guys were completely lost, and they're still lost. So the difference is, if you love details like me, myself, I love details. Every time I purchase something, every time I'm interested in something, I go and I study. I want to find out by myself. I listen to the opinion and statement of people that are for me important. For example, any subject. I listen, and this person I really respect, and I go and I study by myself because I want to have my own opinion. So if you love details like myself, you are going to notice that each one of the dogs that we use, if you are looking, if you look, for example, for the Honey Bunch dogs, we purchased semen from mechanic, but we did something that make even better. So when we mention our dogs, we mention mechanic buck. You understand? Because, and actually Chico had mechanic, and remember that when mechanic was in New York, champion mechanic, and he was sold to Turkish, and Chico remembered that story and was present on the it's a long story. I don't want to enter in this story right now, but the point is, each one of the dogs, including Damien, including Hercules, including Little John, dogs that other people are using frozen semen, that those people didn't touch the dog, didn't saw by their eyes, Chico saw. There is a big difference. And Chico was never a man that liked to listen other people's opinion on dogs. He need to have his own opinion. That's why our results are so different. That's why when you see our dogs, you see consistency at the highest level. You see how the dogs behave. You see the genetics, the composition. You see the dogs, they're everything so equal, so like they are clones of each other. You know, that's the difference. When you have a person, they are so obsessed about greatness and the details. That's why I tell you guys, it's very important. Actually, when you call us and when you look at our videos on YouTube, you can know and you can match Chico. Actually, is completed for me. when I know the person behind the brand, for me is much, much better to understand the quality of the product, to understand why it's so amazing. It is because the person behind these results. So here I'm telling you guys, there is a big difference between red-nosed dog from other people and our dogs, because Chico was obsessed with all the details. And because like me, for me, this is my life. I'm very passionate about those dogs, and I could never be happy and proud of myself if I don't give to my clients something that I really love for me. And that's the difference. For me, it's not something monetary. It's not money by itself, okay? For me, the most important part is the legacy, is what my dogs are going to represent and those families. My puppies are going to be in my clients' lives, and it's going to be the best canine experience they'll ever have. If I do proper my job here, if I select each one of my dogs, if I understand that genetics, if I understand the details are much more important than one more puppy for sale, if I understand that selections is the most important part, not only for the selection of my dogs, but the selection of the people that will have opportunity to own one of my dogs. Because it's not only, remember that I told you, not only about today, is about the future. And those dogs, they are going to be with these people for 10, 15 years. And I don't want to give them a time bomb. I want to give them what I will wish for myself. One amazing dog that is going to love me. They're going to respect my kids. They're going to respect visitors. They're going to respect my friends. They're going to respect my environment. And of course, if I want to own and a real American Pit Bull Terrier, I have to do my part on being a great owner and understand the dog, understand the history of the dog, and understand how the dogs behave like that. And you, as an owner, if you don't have, if you never have a dog like our dog in your home, you have the responsibility in the future not to breed, to respect the history, and to spread the truth about those dogs. If you have a person that really loves greatness, and even if you cannot afford the dog, but you have a friend that is amazing and you think this person is very smart, please share this channel with this person so they can meet us first. If they understand why those dogs are so amazing, it's because people behind those dogs, they are doing extremely hard job to maintain these dogs great, generation after generation, okay? Thank you very much, and that's the message for today. Now I have to take this out and go back to my exercise. My coach actually is waiting for me, but I told him that I need to give this message that is very important. Thank you very much from the House of the Legends, Chico Lopez. Bye-bye.